What's up? It's your man DX. And what is this mess right here? Huh? Y'all tell me. This dude looked like he stepped into a big old pile of peanut butter poop. Or better yet, squash poop. You know what squash poop is? That's when you feed your dog some stuff that you ain't supposed to feed him just to see what'll happen. Remember when you was a kid, you might do that, feed him some peanut butter, you feed him some squash. This looks like a big old pile of squash poop. Like a big old giant dog pooped this out, like a big old mound of it, and then he jumped in it and stuck his head and his arms out. That's what this looks like. You know what I'm saying? Most people are calling this like a dress. And yeah, it kind of is, but it's like a big old giant oversized raincoat or some stuff. But what I don't understand, like, but look, before I go there, before I do that, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. And also, if you would like to be notified when I drop a new video, go ahead and hit that bell down there on the right hand side, okay? Now, of course, this is Pharrell Williams on the cover of GQ, the new issue of GQ, where they discuss, quote unquote, the new masculinity. It's called the new masculinity issue. And I got a lot of issues with this issue. Okay? But somebody need to hard check this dude. Because obviously his quote unquote wife, Helen, is a knucklehead and she's too dumb to do it. Now, most people are talking about the clothing and how it looks like he's got female clothing on in a lot of these and jewelry. But I want to discuss that, but also what I really have an issue with is the content of the article. Because a lot of people haven't read this article, and there are a few things I wanted to point out about that. But yes, the clothing, the outfits are garbage. I mean, not only are they effeminate looking, but it's a lot of garbage and stuff that I wouldn't put on my dog. But look at this picture here on the cover. Now, clothing is a statement. It's not, because look at it. I mean, how practical is it to wear out every day? It's not practical at all to be wearing, outside or to somewhere. So this is just for a photo shoot. So when you do this, there's a statement and there's an agenda. So the agenda here obviously is that they want black males to be like this dude and open up their booty hole and let somebody, preferably somebody white, ride up in it. You know? Now this next set of pictures here, the one on the left, I have a problem with the poses here first. The one on the left that's a diva pose. Yes, honey, yes. Strike a pose, honey, yes. Do your thing. The one on the right looks like he's one of the Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. But the thing here is, when did it become like fashionable to be non-muscular, no kind of build that suggests you're a man, just a flat, chest, flat, skinny arms? That seems to be the thing now. If you got any kind of muscle structure, you're a part of toxic masculinity. It's just ridiculous. It's like, try to be as androgynous as you can. Now, androgyny has been around a long time. I'm talking hundreds of years. Now, in this country, it was a big thing back in the 1980s, but you got the sense with those guys like Prince, Des Dickerson, Jesse Johnson, and all those people, that it was part of their act. It wasn't really something that they were doing in real life. But with these people nowadays, you get the sense that this is how they dress all the time, and this is how they walk around and all that stuff. So, Pharrell, I met him before in Los Angeles, and he's a petite dude. Yeah, he's petite. He's of slight build and he's petite. Now here this Negro is with these convict pants on and a Punky Brewster sweater. It's all about that Punky Power, y'all. Y'all didn't know that? Punky Power is taking over around this piece. That's what's up. So the first 10 paragraphs of this article, so-called interview with Pharrell and GQ, is just the interviewer pumping this dude's head up, because that's what you have to do with your puppets. You have to blow them up, put them up on a pedestal, make them feel like they're the greatest thing since the damn Big Bang. And that's what this guy is doing. It's just a damn lick fest with one man slobbing all over the other. And I'm sure that's their kind of thing anyway, but it's pretty disgusting. And by the way, this whole article is just another example of why most of these, 99% of these people who are famous and have a lot of money, and they need to just go in the corner somewhere and sit down and shut up, because they really have nothing to really say that's important or thoughtful. You know what I mean? And they're usually empty-headed and dumb as a box of rocks. So after the slobber fest is over and these two males are finished jawboning each other, they get quickly right to what the real agenda of this article is. I mean, literally, this guy goes from talking about spirituality being replaced by the Twitter culture to how he feels about transgenders, all in one paragraph. I mean, he literally goes from talking about how people don't pray anymore, they type, to talking about how bad he feels for transgender people. And he goes, think about it. What is happening to the transgender person? What are they going through? They feel like their body is not connected to their spirit. And what kind of toxic environment do we live in that they have to justify how they feel? That must feel incredibly insane. That is spiritual warfare. So what this knucklehead is saying is that if we don't agree with the transgender lifestyle, then it's just the same as if we declared war on them, picked up arms against them, and tried to kill them. That's insane, but the next point he goes to is just as damn cray-cray. The interviewer asks, do you feel that it is in some ways your privilege to lend your voice to uplifting people who are under attack? And his answer, yeah, but I'm not like an activist, and I don't think my opinion is everything. Translation, yes, I'm boss. Don't worry, boss. I got your back, boss. I don't be one of them crazy Negroes who trying to fight for my freedom or nothing like that. I'm happy right here with you, boss, on the plantation. Y'all have to forgive me. That's the best slave voice I can do. And then the interviewer points out to Pharrell that, quote, there were gender fluid elements to the way you dress long before it became a national conversation. And to that, Pharrell's reply was, yes, honey, yes. No, I'm kidding. He actually goes into how he wore a lot of Chanel and a lot of Celine and stuff that he could fit in and stuff that he could quote unquote pull off, and adds that when you listen to yourself and you're comfortable in who you are, code words, you wear what you feel like fits and looks right on you, and that's it. Well, I don't disagree that this dude has always looked a little bit fruity to me. He's been a little bit suspect, but I thought he was just like a throwback to those 80s times of the androgyny look, like that's just my act, that's my thing. But apparently all these years I was wrong, because he actually feels good in this stuff that he wears, and it fits right, and like he says, he can pull it off. He feels fabulous, he feels feminine, and hey, if that's your thing, dude, I'm happy for you. But ladies, look at this outfit right here. Look at all the accessories and the jewelry. Don't this look a little high maintenance? In fact, I think my homeboy's wife got this same blouse a couple of years ago. You see, she treated herself because they can't afford something like this every day. This blouse costs $6,000. So on her birthday, she just treated herself and got this blouse. And I hope she'll forgive me for saying, hell, it looked better on him than it do on her. I'm just saying. He can pull it off, y'all. Anyway, then the interviewer goes on to ask him about musicians who are quote unquote following in his footsteps, like Young Thug and Lil Uzi. These little Negroes who walk around wearing wedding dresses and thongs and stuff like that. To which Pharrell replies, and why not? What rule is there? And when people start using religion as the reason someone shouldn't wear something, I'm like, what are you talking about? There was no such thing as a bra or blouse in any of the old sacred texts. Those were his exact words. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Pharrell just admitted that he got a bra on under this blouse. This Negro probably got panties on too. All I got to say is his wife Helen must be a freak. A hell of a freak. I guess the moral of this whole thing is Pharrell Williams feels masculine when he wearing his panties and his bra up under his blouse like that. And he's telling you that you can feel the same way. You can feel just as masculine as he does when you wear your bra and your panties under your blouse like that. And the other moral to this is, young black men, you need to open up your booty hole, and you need to let somebody, preferably white, ride up in there, and you will feel masculine, just like Pharrell Williams feels. I'm done, y'all. So here's the last picture of Pharrell Williams and GQ with this Negro got on a canary colored crocheted cardigan with the RuPaul pom-poms on the shoulders. Let me know what y'all think about this. Fellas, would y'all rock this? And ladies, would y'all go out with a guy wearing something like this? I'm just saying. It's just a question. Let me know. And in the meantime, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you would like to be notified when I drop a video, go ahead and click that bell down on the right there. And of course, like the video, hit the like button, share the video across social media, anywhere you would like to, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Boycott is the answer here. There are music boycotts going on all the time. I can remember back at the start of the Iraq War, for example, the Dixie Chicks spoke out against us being in war. And at that time, they got their CDs burned, tapes burned, and they got boycotted. And they suffered a huge financial loss for that. We need to start punishing these people for promoting a destructive agenda like this. But hey, I can only make suggestions. I'm only one person. But look into it. As I said, there are music boycotts and sanctions happening all the time. And until next time, everybody, this is your man DX, and I am out.